Hey scientists, here is your walkthrough of the lesson on decomposers. I'm going to launch into present view as I go through this lesson. So today, you're talking about decomposers. Your goal is I can describe the role of decomposers in food, webs, and in cycles of matter. Key vocabulary is decompose, fungi, and bacteria. All right, jump to slide 3. The structure of mushrooms. The round cap and stem of a typical mushroom are actually the reproductive structure or fruiting body of a much larger organism. The major portion of the mushroom's body is composed of long, thin strands called hyphae that grow underground. Hyphae release enzymes that digest the remains of leaves, dead plants, and other materials. Then they absorb the smaller molecules released from the decaying matter. A network of hyphae can live for many years. When conditions are right, often after periods of rain, the hyphae form fruiting bodies. The fruiting bodies produce tiny spores, which may eventually grow into new networks of hyphae. This is your lesson for the week. It will teach you all about decomposers. All right. So in your activity, to prove that you know what you need to know, you're going to use the tags on the perimeter of the page to label these images. So you'll drag your labels right onto here. And then you need to explain, how do decomposers get energy? You'll type your response there. And then suppose there were no decomposers in the soil. How might this affect plants growing in the area? You'll put that response there. Now there is a second page of activities where again, you're labeling these different images. And as a hint, when you look at these images, one of the images is a consumer, 2 of the images are producers, and 3 of those images are decomposers. But which ones? And then, if you want to know more about decomposers, there's the Decomposers song by Mr. Parr. If you really are into these decomposers and you want to have a fun parody song to sing along with or to create your own TikTok for. More information about the producers, the consumers, and the decomposers in an ecosystem, how composting is decomposing. And then this video links with this game right here. So this is an online game where you're identifying the producers, the consumers, and the decomposers, similar to the activity that you're doing in your lesson this week. I'm going to jump back to slide 4, our activity page. I'm going to exit out of present mode, and I'm still here in my view mode, or in my edit mode. I can see that I'm going to grab these labels, and if I think that this fern is a producer, I'm going to drag the producer label there, and now I labeled that as a producer. Okay. So you're just going to click and drag these labels in to identify and label these different images. And then it's the same activity here on the second page. You're dragging in these boxes that identify what it is. So is it a producer, is it a consumer, or is it a decomposer? Because by the end of this lesson, you need to be able to describe the role of decomposers in food webs and in cycles of matter. And you're really going to get that across right here when you explain this cause and effect relationship. You're going to really prove that you have this learning target mastered. I can describe the role of decomposers in food webs and in cycles of matter.